Most realtors know one way to sell a home: list it on the MLS and hope for the best. But there are 6 exit strategies for selling a senior's home, and the right one could save you $20,000 to $40,000. Let me show you all 6. My name is Ryan Riggins. I'm a licensed real estate broker and the founder of Riggins Strategic Solutions. But before I became a realtor, I spent 8 years as a real estate investor buying and selling dozens of properties. I know all 6 exit strategies because I've used all 6 of them. Most realtors only know one strategy, the traditional MLS listing. In this video, I'm going to walk you through all 6 strategies, when each one makes sense, and how to choose the right one for your situation. Let's dive in. Strategy 1 is the traditional MLS listing. This is what most realtors know and recommend. You list the home on the MLS, you do showings, you negotiate with buyers, you close in 30, 60, 90 days when it makes sense. The home is in decent condition, or you're willing to do minor updates. You have a flexible timeline, 60 to 90 days. You want to maximize the sale price. You can manage showings and negotiations. The advantage: highest potential sale price. You're exposing the home to the widest pool of buyers. The trade-off: time, effort, and uncertainty. You have to prep the home, do showings, and hope the deal doesn't fall through. Typical timeline, 60 to 90 days from listing to closing. Best for families in stage 1 or stage 2 with time and flexibility. Strategy 2 is the as-is cash offer. You sell the home to a cash buyer, an investor, an iBuyer like Opendoor, or a We Buy Houses company. They buy the home in its current condition, no repairs, no showings, no contingencies. When it makes sense, you need to sell fast, 7 to 21 days. The home needs major repairs: roof, HVAC, foundation. You're in stage 3, an urgent transition. You don't have time or money for updates. You want simplicity and certainty. The advantage: speed, simplicity, and zero hassle. You close in 7 to 21 days with no repairs, no showings, and no risk of the deal falling through. The trade-off: lower sale price. Typically get 70 to 85% of market value. Typical timeline: 7 to 21 days from offer to closing. It's best for families in stage 3 or anyone who values speed and certainty over maximum price. Strategy 3 is owner financing. Instead of getting a lump sum at closing, you act as the bank. The buyer makes monthly payments to you for 5, 10, 15 years. When it makes sense, you don't need a lump sum immediately. You want ongoing monthly income. The buyer can't qualify for traditional financing. You want to defer capital gains tax. You're only taxed on the income you receive each year. The advantage: creates a long-term income stream. You can charge a higher sale price and earn interest on the loan. The trade-off: you're tied to the property until the loan is paid off. If the buyer defaults, you have to foreclose and take the property back. Important information: this is a sophisticated financial tool. It requires a specialized attorney to draft the documents to protect your equity. Do not attempt this with a standard fill-in-the-blank contract you found online. The typical timeline: 30 to 60 days to close, then 5 to 15 years of monthly payments. Best for families who don't need immediate cash and want ongoing income. Strategy 4 is the lease option, also called rent to own. You rent the home to a tenant with the option to buy it at a predetermined price within 1 to 3 years. When it makes sense, you need income now, but aren't in a rush to sell. The market is down and you want to wait for it to recover. You want to test the rental market before committing to a long-term rental. The advantage: generates rental income while you wait for the market to improve. The tenant is responsible for maintenance in most lease option agreements. The trade-off: you remain a landlord. The tenant may not ultimately buy the home and you'll have to start over. Important information: once again, this is a sophisticated financial tool. It requires a specialized attorney to draft the documents to protect your equity. Do not attempt this with a standard fill-in-the-blank contract you found online. The typical timeline is 1 to 3 years of rental income, then either a sale or the tenant walks away. Best for families who need income now but want to sell later when the market is better. Strategy 5 is the 1031 exchange, tax-deferred sale. You sell the home and reinvest the proceeds into another investment property within 180 days. If done correctly, you defer all capital gains taxes. When it makes sense, you have significant capital gains. The home has appreciated a lot. You want to reinvest in real estate, not cash out. You're willing to follow strict IRS timelines, 45 days to identify replacement property, 180 days to close. The advantage, defer all capital gains taxes. You can roll the equity into a larger investment property and continue building wealth. The trade-off, strict timelines and rules. You must reinvest in real estate. You can't just cash out. You need to work with a qualified intermediary. Important information. For the last time in this video, this is a sophisticated financial tool. It requires a specialized attorney to draft the documents to protect your equity. Do not attempt this with a standard fill-in-the-blank contract you found online. Typical timeline, 45 days to identify replacement property, 180 days to close on the new property. Best for families who want to reinvest in real estate and defer taxes. Strategy 6 is keep as a rental property. Instead of selling, you rent the home out and generate passive income when it makes sense. The home is in good condition and in a rentable area. You want ongoing monthly income. You believe the home will appreciate over time. You're willing to be a landlord or hire a property manager. The advantage, generates passive income. The home may appreciate over time. You can sell later when the market is better. The trade-off, you remain a landlord. You're responsible for maintenance, repairs, and tenant management. You're tying up equity. Typical timeline, ongoing as long as you want to keep the property. Best for families who don't need immediate cash and want to build long-term wealth. Before we talk about how to choose, I need to be 100% direct with you. Strategies 3 through 5 are complex. They come with significant legal obligations and tax implications. This video is for educational purposes to show you what's possible, not a DIY manual. If we work together, we bring in the right attorneys and tax specialists to ensure every loop is closed and your family is protected. Never try these creative exits without professional representation. So how do you choose? Here's the decision pyramid. 5 questions to ask. Timeline. How quickly do you need the funds? 7 to 21 days. As-is cash offer. 60 to 90 days. Traditional MLS. No rush. Strategies 3 through 6. Home condition. Is the home in good shape or does it need major repairs? Major repairs? Sell as is. Good condition, traditional MLS. Your stress tolerance. Can you manage showings, repairs, and negotiations? Low stress tolerance, strategy 2, sell as is. High stress tolerance, traditional MLS. Financial priority. Is maximum price essential or is certainty more valuable? Maximum price, traditional MLS listing. Certainty and speed, sell as is. Available support. Do you have local help to manage the process? If no local help, strategy 2, sell as is. If you have local help available, strategy 1, traditional MLS. There's no one-size-fits-all answer. It depends on your situation. But here's what I can tell you. Most families don't even know strategies 2 through 6 exist. And that lack of knowledge costs them $20,000 to $40,000. If you're navigating a senior transition right now, download my free starter guide. It covers the 10 biggest mistakes families make, including choosing the wrong exit strategy and how to avoid them. Link is in the description. And if you want the complete system, all 7 phases, 19 modules, 70 plus tools, check out the simple or the complete blueprint. Subscribe to this channel. I'm publishing 3 to 5 videos per week on senior transitions. Let's make sure you choose the right exit strategy for your situation. I'll see you in the next video.